Alright, you guys. So like you guys saw yesterday when we did the fish taco video. Oh, I should get something put under that. My knife. I can demonstrate this really quick. See, it doesn't want to go into a tomato particularly easy. There it went a little bit, but so I want it sharper. So this is a whetstone. So you'll see here it says 4,000 and 1,000 here. Now this is just a little cheap one I got off Amazon. So that is grit per inch, right? Or per whatever unit they're going with. And so the smaller number is more coarse and it's going to take off more of the metal than the other side is going to. So what I want to do is I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to hold it at the angle that I want and I'm going to move down and out. Make sure I got room to do this. This needs to stay wet the whole time, right? So if it starts drying out, put some water on top. And so I'm going to, since I'm using more of a Japanese angle, I'm going to be pretty close to parallel here. And I just move straight down. It's really important because I've seen this sometimes, mostly at Jet's work, where, well, our work, the restaurant, that their whetstone is not flat. If your whetstone's not flat, you can't use it. Okay? So I'm going to try to keep a consistent angle here. This is a little bit of a flexible blade because it's a thin, springy metal. So gonna be a little hard to do that. So normally I go about 20 runs there. This was pretty close to begin with, so I'm not gonna go that far with it. But you see, I'm gonna do about the same amount on both sides. Now, one thing to note about this is that this process is not honing the blade, right? So hopefully I am getting it pretty straight, but again, I'm really just narrowing up that tip there here. Okay, I'm going to flip this guy over. I'm going to tap that in the water real quick. So trying to keep roughly the same angle all the way through. Be nice and consistent. Again, the reason why you want it to be a flat stone is because if it's curved, it's not going to move evenly down your blade, and you want your blade to be as consistent as possible. Okay, so let's just do another one right there. And so that should be pretty sharp at this point. Normally, you're probably going to want to do about 20 to 25 passes on each side of the blade and on each side of the block. But it's pretty close to begin with, so I'm not going to do that. Now, I'm going to hone it. Remember that honing it really is just about pointing the blade up. So when you cut, remember, it's going to go from here and it's going to start to bend over. So the honing rod is going to straighten out that. And I'm trying to use basically the same angle as what I sharpened to. So now with any luck, wipe off any extra metal shavings that might be in there, I should be able to go through here. And ta-da! See, went through those tomatoes super easy. So that's a good way of knowing how sharp your knife is. If you try to do the paper test, paper is very abrasive on blades. That's why you don't use sewing scissors on paper, is because it'll destroy the blades. So you know, if you want to do the paper test with the knife, great, do it. But know that it's going to be dulling your knife and undoing a lot of the work that you just did. So just honing it, and tomatoes are like a really, really good judge. Now this is probably not, because I didn't do a great job with it, it's probably not good enough that I'm going to be able to get like a paper thin cut off of a tomato. See, I'm even considering, but you can kind of see that. So you see I was able to cut through it without smashing the tomato, right? So that's going to be a really sharp blade there. So there you go.